Namaste. Welcome to a new practice of Yoga with Claire. In this video, I invite you to a practice for the back bending. So, yeah, a flexible back and a flexible mind. That's the focus of today. So, to start with, we will see every direction our spine has to move, has and can move. So, as you might know, you can bend forward, backward as well. You can bend on the side. That's already 4 directions. And you can also twist the spine. So we will explore a little bit of all of these in different variations. Having a flexible spine is very, very important for not only your mobility, your posture, the placement of everything, and healthy body and healthy mind as well. Not feeling stuck and having the possibility to move in every way you want is really essential in my eyes. So let's get started. So maybe to start with, we'll do some little gentle stretch for the spine. So you might want to use one of these little cushions, or like meditation pillow, or blanket, anything. We will be sitting in Vajrasana, so sitting on your heels, resting on your knees. So you might want to use, if you have very sensitive knees, you can either rest your knees like this, or you can maybe sit on this one, and that will decompress a little bit the knees. So that's the option that I choose. So when you're ready, we will be moving in every direction for the spine. So inhaling, arms up, looking up. We will bend backwards slightly. And then on the exhale, we will be rounding the back. Then inhaling backwards, curving the spine. And exhaling, curving on the other direction. And back to center. And from here, you can maybe lower your right hand, keeping the left arm up. And let's bend on the side, having a nice side stretch on the left. And coming back to center, exhaling onto the other side, left hand on the mat and right hand in the air. Okay, one more time, changing side, bending to the right, keeping the chest open, feeling your spine move in every direction. Last time on the left side. And inhale, come back to center. Then you might want to place your hands on your shoulders, and we'll come into twisting to the left side, really keeping your elbows and shoulders in one long line if possible. Not like having the chest closed like this, keeping this beautiful line, and bringing the left shoulder to the back, looking back, and come back to center, exhaling all the way to the right, backwards, and come back to center one more time on the left, looking back onto your left side. Try to look as far away as possible. Exhale, come back to center. And one more time, inhaling all the way, twisting, keeping your hips on your heels, not moving, just twisting the chest, and come back to center. Okay, really nice. From here, let's come to close the eyes. A few breaths to center ourselves. You can rest your hands on your knees. If you want to take another nice, comfortable sitting position, that's fine. We'll be doing 2 rounds of Kapalabhati, so fire breath. So let's get comfortable, sitting comfortably on the mat. Maybe bring your knees slightly out, slightly away from each other. Visualize the length of your spine. Try to feel if your spine is really nicely straight, or if you might want to adjust yourselves, not arching the back too much, just keeping it really nice and long. And from here, Kapalabhati fire breath, we've been practicing in one of the previous videos. As you may know or may not know, you will need to take a deep and long inhale, getting your lungs full with air. And when you reach maybe 80% of your lung capacity, we'll hold, and then we will exhale by pressing our navel, or this area just above the navel, against the spine. You can start practicing beforehand, just to check, maybe with your hands on your belly, and check if you can manage this movement. I will show you from the side. So each time that you press and you push the air out through the nose, mouth closed, then the exhale will be followed by a passive inhale. So you don't need to force the inhale at all. I will stay on this side. And let's take a deep inhale together. Oh, and we'll be doing 2 rounds. I hope the wind is not too strong. The weather is changing here a little bit, so yeah, a bit less sun, a bit more rain, summer rains, and yeah, a bit more wind, which is nice. So after 20 strokes, you will then exhale fully the air, and you can bring your navel in and then come back to a normal breath, and then we'll be doing another round of 20 strokes, then exhaling completely, emptying the lungs, and then coming back to a normal breath. Let's do it together. Inhaling all the way. Hold. And release the breath. Let's do it one more time. Inhaling. And let's go for 20 strokes. Exhaling all the way. Hold. And release. This breath is called fire breath because it really brings a lot of energy suddenly in the body with this very quick breathing and intense breathing. Okay, so now that we've gathered a little bit of energy and we've been moving our spine a little bit, let's come to sitting on the mat in Baddha-Konasana, butterfly posture, feet together, knees on the side, spine straight. You can grasp onto the sole of your feet, inhaling, making the spine long, looking up, and then exhaling, we'll be curving the back, trying to bend down. It's okay if you curve the back here. We're really trying to have a nice rounded back, as low as possible, engaging the center, making some space, and then inhaling all the way to sitting straight, and then bringing in a flow your hands behind your hips, bringing your feet on the mat, and bringing the hips high into reversed tabletop position, looking to the sky, and exhaling back and coming back to the same position. Your arms can, ooh, mosquitoes are really biting me. You can come back to the same Baddha Konasana. We'll be doing it a couple more times. So in a flow, then inhaling all the way, arms back, feet strong, inhaling hips high, engaging the whole hips and glutes and the back of the legs area, and exhaling back once again into Baddha Konasana, really rounding the back. And then engaging the core one more time, one last time into reverse tabletop position, really engaging the whole posterior chain of your body that will, protect the lower back by making all this area really strong. So really send the hips really high, keeping the knees aligned with the hips, and exhale on the ground. Okay, and from here we will directly come onto the mat, back on the mat, and one more time we'll be engaging the whole back of the legs and lower back area. Really pushing strongly with your hands on the mat. We'll be coming into bridge pose, hips high. You can roll the shoulders slightly in towards the spine. You can even grasp mosquitoes. Okay, I might do some little bit of self-protection in this video. This is sunset time, so it's normal. Okay, so intertwine your fingers together, keeping the knees in line with the hips, bringing your hips really high. Keep breathing here, really strong. And on the next inhale, bring the heels up, come to tiptoe, bringing the hips even higher. Stay here, keep breathing, stay strong, don't give up. And then exhale back on the mat. And you can bring the knees to the chest. Some gentle movements here. Okay, and in a flow, you can grab the back of your legs and sending the feet back. Then we'll be rolling on our backs, bringing a little bit of energy. One time, two times, and the third time coming to standing. Third time, okay, without the hands, maybe. Okay, really nice. Now that we've been practicing gathering some strength in our back area, let's get moving a little bit. Okay. From Tadasana, feet firmly planted in the ground, shoulders relaxed. Let exhale, bringing the hands in Namaste Mudra, keeping the tailbone tucked in. Inhale up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, hands on the ground. Align with the toes, Ardha halfway up, and exhale. Bring both of your feet, onto the ground in plank position. Let's hold here for one inhale. Lots of ants on my mat. What's happening now? Okay, exhale, knees on the ground. Okay, so I had a little bit of a ant attack, so please bear with me. Okay, so lower the knees on the ground. Then exhale, chin chest. Inhale up, Bhujangasana, Cobra pose, keeping the chest open. And exhale, come to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Let's stay here for 2 breaths. Really strong on the feet, bringing the hips back and up. Trying to make your back as wide and strong as possible. Really sending your weight, your body weight, back onto your heels. Keeping your hands firmly planted on the ground. And on the next inhale, look front. And you can walk or jump your feet onto the mat into half forward fold. And exhale, bend down. Inhale all the way up. Urdhva and exhale back to Tadasana. Let's do it one more time. Exhale, hands in Namaste Mudra. Inhale up. You can slightly bend backwards, engaging your glutes to protect the lower back. And exhale all the way down. Maybe bend your knees here to protect the joints. Inhale, Ardha, halfway up. You can bring your hands onto your shin bones, trying to keep your glutes, your sacrum, and your head like away from each other, long back. And exhale all the way down. Inhale, exhale, walk or jump to the back of the mat directly into Chaturanga Dandasana. And inhale, Bhujangasana or Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And exhale into downward facing dog. Okay, 2 more breaths here. Really making a long line with your back. Staying strong on your feet and hands. Long neck. Don't hunch the neck, looking too much to your center. Just keep it in line with the back. Engaging the core. And inhale, look front. And from here, walk or jump to the front of the mat. Ardha. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale all the way up. Urdhva Bend backwards, engaging the glutes. Stay here. And exhale back to Tadasana. Okay, really nice. From here, hands on your hips. And let's open the right foot to the side into a wide-legged stance. And from here, inhaling up, arms up, looking up, strong on the legs. And on the exhale, we'll be opening our toes onto the sides, the angles of your mats. And we'll be bending the knees in the direction of the toes. So if you find that you have too much openness, wow, so many ends. Try to adjust yourself the way that feels good. If this is too low for you, just come back a little bit, maybe close your legs a little bit. Just try to keep your spine, as long as possible, tucking the tailbone slightly in, having a long back. And so from here we have opened our arms in this cactus pose and really finding some strength and some energy, really taking it, from your feet, from the ground, firm feet. Then we'll be inhaling, opening, really bringing the elbows backwards as much as possible, keeping your navel in, tailbone tucked in, keep breathing here. And on the exhale, we will round the back. You can bring your hands together to the front of the mat. Keeping your knees bent, really round the back as much as possible. Bring your hands as far as possible from your head. And from here, let's inhale, slowly open again. You can look slightly up. And then on the next exhale, let's bend on one side. You can bring your right elbow to the thigh, long left arm, side opening for the chest. And on the exhale, bringing the chest down, the left arm down. Let's scoop it onto the left side, bring into the left thigh, and open with your right arm, making this really nice, a bit like a ballet move. Keeping the chest open, feeling the nice side stretch again. And on the exhale, let's do the same thing and come back to center again. Straight, but knees still bent. Really nice cactus arms. And from here we will be twisting on the left side, so bringing your right arm front, left arm to the back. Keep your knees bent a little bit more maybe. Navel in, look backwards. And on the exhale, come back to center. And inhale to the right side again. Let's twist here again. Knees still bent, trying to keep your weight on both your feet equally. And come back to center. And then release. Straighten the legs. You can bring your feet aligned again. And inhaling up, arms up, looking up. Hands trying to touch the sky. Then exhale backwards a little bit. Once again, engage the glute and really bend from the middle of the back. Exhale, let's come back to center. Bringing the arms down and let's come back to the front of the mat. Okay, really nice. We can take one breath in Tadasana, keeping once again the tailbone tucked in. You can close your eyes, check your balance, breathe, relax your body here. And opening the eyes again, let's inhale up, looking up, Urdhva. Exhale, bend all the way down, Uttanasana. Inhaling halfway up, and exhaling, let's walk or jump directly in Chaturanga. And exhale all the way down on the mat. You can bring one hand upon another and simply place your forehead on the hands. For one breath here, Makrasana, crocodile pose, long legs. Hips really flat on the ground, no arched back. And on the next inhale, let's bring the head up, hands on the side, shoulder level. So you can bring them directly under your shoulders or maybe slightly on the side, having your legs really strong, slightly open, hip wide apart, or a little more, but not too much more. And then let's inhale in Cobra Pose, pushing on the hands. Your lower belly is still on the mat. Your elbows are still bent and close to the chest. The chest is open, engaging the glutes. Let's stay here. And exhale down. Let's do it one more time, but let's bring the hands slightly further apart. Okay, still on the same shoulder line. Let's inhale. You can bring your hands on the fingertips and then pressing from the fingertips, or hands flat as you prefer. I prefer the fingertips. Let's inhale up. Lower belly still on the ground. Long legs, really strong. Protect your lower back by engaging the glutes. Opening the chest, looking front and slightly up. Let's stay here for another full breath. Strong back, strong legs, strong arms, open chest. And exhale all the way down. And from here, we'll be bringing our hands onto our sacrum, interlace the fingers, and bringing the arms next to each other. Bring them slightly up. Bring your forehead up. And from here, using only, using only the strength of your back, really pressing, pushing onto the ground with your feet. Let's inhale up. Inhaling, bringing the chest up. And exhale on the ground. Shalambhasana, locust pose. Bound a locust pose. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, bring the hands up, bring the chest up. strong feet. And exhale on the ground. Okay, can release the hands, come into Makarasana again. Forehead on your hands. Let's take one inhale here, one exhale. And from here we will be bending our legs, bending the knees, and grabbing both of our ankles to come into Dhanurasana. So for this a little bit more intense back bending, so we will be both raising the chest, opening the chest with the strength of the back that we've been practicing, but also pushing, pressing with your ankles and your feet into your hands, and raising ourselves up. Okay, let's do it. Inhale up, raising the chest, and then pressing the feet into the hands. Really strong back, strong legs. And exhale all the way down. Okay, no matter what it looks like, even if you're just a few centimeters away from the ground, release completely the pose. It's totally fine. This posture can take a little bit of time. And from here, we will be coming into Balasana. So pressing on your hands all the way, bringing the hips backwards on the heels. And let's relax in child's pose, Balasana. Maybe moving the hips from side to side a little bit to relax. One more breath here. And inhale. Let's bring ourselves gently up. And let's bring the hips on one side, sit on the mat. And here we'll be practicing deer pose. So for this, this is a counter pose, so more of a forward bend with a little bit of a twist in all meanings of this word. We'll be bending so the front leg, the left leg front, and your shin bone will be aligned with the short side of the mat, 90-degree angle, more or less. And same for this one, the thigh, the right thigh will be aligned with the shin, and more or less 90-degree for the shin bones and the knee angle. Okay, so in this forward bend, you can bring hands front, exhaling slowly front, trying to bring the belly onto the leg. If you don't reach so much down, it's totally fine. You can even use a little cushion like one of these to, relax for a few breaths here. So forward fold and hip opener for this stretch. And on the next inhale, let's simply come a little bit up and walk the hands, not moving the legs. We'll be walking the hands onto our left side. And from here, we will be coming into a twist and the forward bend on this side. And once again, your lower belly, lower abdomen should, try to reach the left thigh. So once again, you can use a cushion if you need. I will put it on the side, but feel free to use it. And then bringing yourselves on the twist, let's lower down and relax. The right leg is not moving, the right knee still pressing on the ground. Relaxing here. And then let's come up, inhaling, and let's simply switch the side. So whatever way feels good for you. And if you have very sensitive knees, you can of course use a blanket or something soft to protect the inside of the knee. Okay, so I will protect my left knee once again, 90 degree, 90 degree, the right shin bone aligned with the short side of the mat. And from here, saying, inhaling, long spine, and then come forward into this forward fold. So this front leg is a little bit like pigeon pose. Relaxing here, letting the back relax from the back bendings. And on the next inhale, let's simply come a little bit up, and then let's bend onto the other side. So twisting to the right side, trying to bring your lower abdomen. So don't twist too much backwards. Try to keep your lower belly onto the right thigh. So maybe I will demonstrate also in this position. Maybe you will see a little bit better. Okay, so from here, simply come to this twist. And relax. Feel free to use any props, cushion, pillow, block that you might want to use to make yourselves really comfortable in this pose. And inhaling up slowly. Let's once again sit on the mat and slowly bringing our backs on the mat again. Slowly, slowly, vertebra by vertebra, laying down and knees to chest. Apanasana, the wind release pause, will be bringing our forehead to our knees, hugging the knees and pushing the knees up as if you're trying to escape from the arms. Really strong in the little bit of core, rounding the back, forehead to knees. Keep breathing here. And relax. Exhale and relax. And straighten the legs, coming to Shavasana, the last pose. Maybe swing the hips a little bit to find a really nice grounding on the mat. Palms facing up and relaxing in Shavasana. Enjoying the stillness, the length of the spine. And coming to understanding that strength also resides in stillness and releasing after holding some tension and effort. Feel free to stay in your Shavasana a little longer, or if you're ready to close this practice with me, come back to your senses and knees to chest, and come onto one side and find your way to sitting with as little mental and physical agitation as possible, keeping your eyes closed. And come to sit on the mat. Observing the sensations that you have now, the awareness of the spine and the back area, Has something changed for you? Observe how your breath moves throughout the body. Where do you feel the movement of your breath? Is it in the rib cage, in the abdomen? Do you feel the back expanding? And bring your palms together in Namaste mudra to the heart center. Then to your forehead. And if you wish, you can bow down with me to the ground. The sign of gratitude and humility for this practice. Namaste. I wish you a lovely end of the day and a flexible spine and a flexible mind. Thank you.